holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating out of the gun, Flacco into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
24 is the mark. Hey, let's get off the field. Easy, corner. Easy. Check 49. 24 is the mark.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just low.
Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To pass, Flacco. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Flacco. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Complete.
Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Cardinals 3. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle by Quan.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 31, check 31.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Cook, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Completion here to Claypool. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
On the carry.
A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Right at the line.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Niners' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, 49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
A 3-yard
vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd down, Mostert calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Isaiah Simmons.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Flacco from the gun. Got his target, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
That's the end of the
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Flacco. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 2-yard line.
Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Lorenzo.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he finds Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
For a Cardinals.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. It's a corner now.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This one caught by Isabella. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
He's crossing. He's checking crap.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's Flacco. Taking a shot for Samuel. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is Mostert. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For the 49ers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting. It got his man, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Flacco. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half, and the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
It is good. Makes the score Niners 14, Cardinals 10.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cardinals take over first and 10. At their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The pickup.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The ball carrier.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 9, Flacco. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mostert. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And running with power here. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mostert. Into the secondary again. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Kicking off for San Francisco.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Good run there by Cook on 1st down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
33 yards on the play.
The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially,
and he's going to take it in. 10. Touchdown, San Francisco.
85, George Kittle.
George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Niners 27, Cardinals 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. This one brought in by Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll be out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just shy of
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
32.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. That is a play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Check, 59. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He sets to fire deep. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Ball carrier.
Randy, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll run with Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward.